and welcome to the Paul Brisk podcast.
To the Elk Lodge.
To the Elk Lodge.
In this episode, we are
Special
joined
guest.
by Paul and Christine.
Special friends of the podcast.
Bathroom this way.
They've been living in this house for 5 years, and this is the last
4.
4 years. And
About
this
4
is
years.
these are the last moments in their home.
Oh my gosh.
All of the trinkets have already been packed.
Not all of the trinkets have
Not
been
all
packed.
of them.
Many a trinket.
Many a
trinkets have
trinkets.
been packed.
Many a trinkets have been packed. Oh yeah.
Many a trinkets have been packed. Yeah.
The whole garage is starting to fill up.
Oh wow.
But how nice to have you guys here with us.
Yeah, this is a dream. I was not expecting this, and then
a lot of
Here we
unexpected
are,
things
talking
have
like
happened
strangers
lately.
in a hotel bar.
The lights are bright though. This
yeah.
bar. You'll hear a lot of street noise too.
Oh.
Good.
how's it? Yeah, it's all very, very.
I feel like I hear
loud.
more street noise here than in the
I think
live.
so. I'm a little loud.
You're a little loud.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Or that one. How's that?
Yeah, that's nice.
Better? You guys good in your ears?
Feeling
Oh,
so good
great.
right now.
How's the mix?
It's beautiful.
More guitar? More.
I'm
Okay.
good.
I need
I'm
a bit
good.
more click, actually,
click.
please.
Yeah.
Because I can't hear it. I still can't hear it.
Yeah. Actually, if we could just up the whole mix.
Yeah. Could
'Cause
you
I'm
get
all the way up
master?
here.
Could we gain the master?
I feel like that happened every time. Every time
Yeah.
we sound check, they're like, "Oh, we're actually okay. I'm
No,
actually
I
maxed
feel like
out." And
they-
you're like, "I'm maxed out."
They
Yeah.
just they don't want to hurt your ears,
Yeah.
so they
So
don't
they
go,
start low.
go
That
too
makes
loud.
sense.
Yeah.
Actually, if I could have a little bit, actually,
You want less?
less of your voice.
Less of my voice.
Can I do that, or is that not?
Just me down?
Yeah.
I can't do
I
that.
hate it when she asks for that. It's like, do you not want to hear my voice?
I
Do you
do,
not like
just
me?
in the right measure. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just pretty like. If I have the click, that's the thing that's like just.
Yeah,
maxed
that's
out.
important.
It's
Just
like-
max it.
It's like
Yeah, it
poking
needs
me
to
in the
hurt a
brain.
little, yeah.
Yeah.
And then everything else is like, I'll take what I can get. Actually, I need the drums because otherwise I'm just gonna hit so hard
Yeah.
if I don't hear it, and then I'll be tired by the end of the song.
Oh, that's the thing with drums.
You
It's
know?
like very.
Also with the
Yeah.
Physical.
starting with closer, it's always a hard start
Why is that?
because it's the fastest song. It's like it takes a lot of energy. From you.
I mean, that song used to be so hard to play
Yeah.
live. We would actually go out of breath.
We would actually like because it was like, but it felt so fast, and now it feels
And now
normal.
it feels slow, actually.
Yeah, it actually this tour we felt every song to be so slow. That's why it's good to play with a click because if not, you just.
I know, yeah, live, especially like kind of rock and roll or like punk songs and
Yeah.
stuff. They're usually like twice the tempo live. It's crazy.
That's
Is everything
That's cool.
is everything the same tempo as the record?
No.
No. Are they a little quicker?
Anita's a little quicker, and there's a song that's actually had an argument with our label with Gabe. You know Gabe.
I do know Gabe. Shout out.
Gabe is the head of our label, and when we showed him the song Premature Rejection, because with our producer we had found like this aesthetic which we call cowboy. It's got like some words that are like, and we were like cowboy. And we felt that for it to be cowboy, it needed to be slower. So it was 120 BPM.
We wanted it to feel like you're drunk at this cowboy bar, and then
We wanted to feel
this
it
girl walks
sloppy,
in,
yeah.
and like it's all very much like
Love
Western vibes.
Yeah.
Love
And it
that.
needed to feel sloppy. So like a drunk drummer just
Yeah.
Yeah.
not wanting to be there.
And so that was our thought for it. And then Gabe says, I like this. I love this song. It just needs to be like 10 BPMs faster, like 130. And we played it at 130 and we're like, this is so fast. It's kind of disgusting. It's like one of those sped up songs. I hate it. I'm never going to have it this way. And he made us like record it faster. And we're like, but we don't like it. We're not going to have it be 130. We hate it. We hate it. We hate it. And now we
Shut that
started...
door. Rubber thing.
started playing it live, and he like we all felt it very slow, and now we play it at 1:30.
So Gabe was right.
Gabe was right.
At
Fuck,
least
doesn't
for
that
the
suck when
live
that
version.
happens?
At
I
least
mean,
for
he's
the-
right a
like,
lot.
yeah.
He's right a lot. I'll have to say that.
Yeah, we like to think he's very wrong, and then to realize he was actually very much right.
the worst.
It's like we call him our dad because he's very much like a dad because he gives you lessons and you're like, no. And he's like, and then you're like, oh.
Yeah.
So how do you guys meet Gabe? Or okay, let's go to the beginning of Pacifica. We have Pacifica here, ladies and gentlemen, by the way. Argentinian rock superstars. Blowing the fuck up. I'm kind of the drummer for now, so not a big deal.
Yeah, rockstar moment over
But that's
here.
when the dream comes
Paul
true for
Brisk
me.
over here, Christine.
Yeah.
But okay, people always ask me like how the band started, and I think I know the story, so I tell them some version of it. But what's the actual story?
How
We've
the
been
band
telling
started.
a lot, but it's I had a Strokes fan account. Ines did a lot of Strokes covers on YouTube. I put like a question sticker in my Strokes account because we followed each other, and a follower was like, "You should meet each other because I see that you follow each other," and so we met and we did like a cover of 1251 by the Strokes. And it kind of blew up on YouTube, and like people were like, "Oh, these two best friends in the balcony," and we were like, "Actually, we just met." And then it was like during COVID, like the Delta variation, whatever. So I locked in my house because I'm diabetic and I didn't want to go out, so we didn't see each other for a year. Wow. But at the end of the year, there was a Strokes show in New York in New Year's Eve, which is a lot because it's in New York in New Year's Eve. So you have to go on a trip for New Year's,
Right.
and it's in New York. But I really wanted to go, and I was like, "Do you want to come with me?" And I had seen her once in my life, but I had no friends.
So I said no.
Yeah.
Because
But
this
I'm very
girl,
pushy.
this 17-year-old girl that I don't really know that much.
She was 22 at the time.
I was 22. I was like, I'm over it.
You're
You're
a
can't
full-grown
hang out with
adult.
teenagers. I'm a
Yeah.
full-grown adult. No, but we had met up and had a good time, and we did this video, and it was because I've been a fan of YouTubers for so long. I know how cool it is when like two people from different places of the internet hang out. It's like, oh my god, the crossover. So I knew that was cool, and I liked it, and people liked what we did. So yeah, I thought you were cool.
So you did it. You did it for the fans. For
Did
the
it
people.
did it for the people.
She
That's
did
good.
it for the Vine.
So I said no, also because I had a new job and I couldn't take the days off, and I was like, how we're gonna pay for it? It was a hard no.
Yeah, I was like, "We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out." And she was like, "No, that makes no sense. Why would we go to New York in New Year's Eve? Like, how would we get the money? And I was like, "We can make it happen." She was like, "Well, maybe if you get tickets or something, like if somebody gives you randomly tickets." And I was like, "Okay, so it's not happening." And then 2 days later, this guy, Parkside Patrick, that's his Instagram handle. He's like, because I had posted, "I will sell my soul to anyone who will give me a place to stay in New York so I can see the Strokes." Because that was the most expensive part, just the staying there for like a week. So
Right.
right? And so he's like, I'm from Philly, so I can't like offer you anything to stay, but I'll give you 2 tickets. You can bring this other girl. And I'm like, remember when you said that thing?
And
That's
it actually
incredible.
really worked out because my cousin used to live there in New York City at the time, and he was not gonna be in his apartment for a month, and so it really worked out because
wow.
we got to stay there, which really saved us a lot of money.
Yeah, and so we had like the stay, we had the tickets, all we needed was the flights, and we were like, I just thought, I don't know what the fuck I thought about it. I was like, let's make it buy me a coffee.
What's a
Like
buy me
it's like a
coffee?
GoFundMe,
Oh, okay.
but in forms of coffee. That's
So
what
we were
people-
like, people from the internet, take us to New York, and people were like, we
Whoa,
need to
we need to
get
take
these
them
girls
to
to New
New
York.
Wow.
They need to see the Strokes. They
Yeah.
just have to.
Yeah.
And
This
so,
would be your first time seeing the Strokes too, right?
Yeah. Not for her.
No,
for me.
I had
Not for
seen
you.
them before.
Okay.
That's why it was so crazy too. But people were like, we need to get these girls to New York City. Like, it's just so iconic. And people were very excited about
Yeah.
that. And they were super nice and helped us get there.
We actually like
Raised all the money.
we raised all the money for the tickets. It was like
Wow.
I don't know why.
how
Like
that
it's
came
crazy
together.
how I didn't even think about it at the time, but it is pretty crazy. I was just like,
so crazy.
let's just try it. And so we posted a story playing like a Strokes song, and we're like, we want to go see the Strokes. Help us. And they're like, I'll help. People helped us. And I remember like I was going to school at the time. I was studying bio, and we would meet up to rehearse in the afternoons because we were planning like a show, our first show. And I would go to school, and in the subway I would check, and it would be like, somebody bought you 3 beers, 3 coffees, and like somebody bought you like 100 coffees. And I was like, oh, we're closer.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you still meet people today who are like, I donated to that coffee thing?
People never say that, but people do still donate. We just
They
have
still donate.
we just
It's
have the
still
link
active.
there, and sometimes
We don't
people
promote
go
it,
in,
but
yeah.
it's there. Yeah.
If anyone
And so
wants to-
after that,
Yeah, buy a coffee, buy a beer.
yeah, no, it's fine. But so we went to New York because everything worked out. I had to quit my job. Actually, I was like, this is just too good. The story is good. I need to go have this experience because if not, like, I have to do it. And my dad was like, yeah, you have to do it. So cool. So we do it and we go. And my cousin used to be in this band called Real People, Not Actors.
Okay.
And so he had played a few shows in New York and he knew some people. So he got us a gig because we were like, oh, we're going to go to New York City. We might as well play in New York City.
And so
Wow.
our second show ever, which we now maybe call it not a show. It wasn't a show. Our second gig was at the Bitter End in New York, and we ended up playing 3 shows there because we ended up staying instead for 2 weeks for like a month because there was a snowstorm, so they canceled our flights, and then we got COVID. So it
How
just
lucky.
it was a week and a month
Honestly.
that we spent in New York, and that really like bonded us. It was like a lot.
And you're just doing covers, these shows.
We were just doing covers, and at one point we're like, maybe we should write it because we had played a show in Argentina.
Okay.
We had opened for an Arctic Monkeys cover band,
Sick.
and we had chosen the name Pacifica. They were called
Monopolio.
Monopolio, which is like a wordplay with mono, monkey, monopolio, right?
Okay.
And so we had chosen the name Pacifica. We didn't want it to be like Los Trazos or like anything that would be related to the Strokes.
Sí.
We just, for some reason, we didn't want to be a Strokes cover band. We wanted to be
Yeah.
a band.
Right.
And so when the singer for this band introduces us, like, oh, thank you to the Strokes girls for like opening for us. And we got so offended that we ended up playing one more song that wasn't the Strokes just to prove him wrong that we were not the Strokes girls. We didn't like being the Strokes girls. And so that's when we said maybe we should write some originals. And we wrote 2 originals. And they were pretty bad, but we played them at the shows. We would
They
play
never
like
made the album. I've never heard them.
one of them is in the album. It's Misled. That's the
But
second
it's like
song.
a new version.
Yeah.
Okay.
We worked on it
It's a great
lot.
song. Okay.
I love it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, and then the other one was really bad, and
Which is
We're
fine.
not gonna
It's
talk
fine.
about
It was
it.
the first song. Yeah.
This is what I always tell people. They're like, oh, I want to write music, but like, it's like, make a bad song.
Yeah.
Start there.
You need
Start
to make
making bad
a
songs.
lot of bad songs.
Yeah.
Songs don't need to be good.
Yeah, they don't.
Who said
Yeah.
that?
And like maybe your 20th song is like kind of good, and then your like 30th. I mean, especially for like beats and stuff where you can just like make them quick.
Yeah.
Like just make bad stuff. Start sucking.
For
soon,
sure.
you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, definitely making is better than not making if you want to do something.
See.
So
Absolutely. That's such a cool origin story.
yeah.
I love that.
So
Yeah.
who came up with the name Pacifica, which means peaceful in Spanish?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh,
I mean, I heard you guys say it on the recording where you were talking to me about the set, and that's when I learned it.
Oh,
But I didn't know it. But yeah, it's like such a cool word that feels like its own thing.
it's
I don't
a
know.
great word.
It's a
it's
great
my
word.
favorite word.
Ines
I
has
mean-
a Yamaha
Yamaha guitar.
a Yamaha Pacifica.
Yeah,
Yamaha Pacifica.
that's the
Oh.
motto. It's a Pacifica,
And-
and that's
Wow.
where the name came
Yeah.
from. And we really liked, in Spanish, the accents. There are rules for like which words you.
Depending on the
Accentuate?
syllables.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we call it esdrújula, and those have the accents in like the I fica, you know,
Yeah.
Pacifica.
on the
Right.
third
'Cause it's
syllable
got
counting
four
from the end.
4 syllables and it's on the second.
And I always really love the esdrújulas. They're like my favorite words. And
I wanted it to be like an adjective that was feminine. I wanted another name that was like
buena.
Buena.
Ah, bueno.
Because
Like
of
the morphine.
buena.
Good girl.
I don't know that.
Du- du-
but
du- du- du.
who's that?
Morphine.
Okay.
And there was another one that I wanted that it was like, but it was bad.
Oh,
It's funny, the-
carpincho one.
Oh, hydrochorus was another.
Hydrochorus, not good.
No,
Yeah.
not good at all.
Buena is not
No,
bad.
Pacifica-
Buena, is
Buena could have
really
been
not- yeah.
okay.
Pacifica,
Yeah.
Buena would have been great, but Pacifica had to be born.
It's
So
got
that
the,
Yeah. I just saw the
P.
guitar
P
and I
is
was
so
like,
good.
hey, what about Pacifica? And she's like, oh,
Yeah.
it's a rújula. I was like, it's feminine, it's an
It's
adjective.
perfect.
Kind of works. And we had a show like in 2 days, so we really didn't have that much time to think about
So we
it.
were like, okay, we can try it.
And our first Instagram story is like, we're Pacifica right now.
now.
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
Confident.
No, it's a good,
Man.
like, there's a Honda or something. Somebody has a car called
Yeah.
like, the Pacifica. Like, it's
There's
a,
like
it's
a car,
word.
There's a beer,
there's a drink.
a
Yeah.
makeup company.
There's a makeup brand that actually they like they steal our thunder a little bit on TikTok because
Yeah.
you look up Pacifica and it's like the makeup brand. And we're
Oh,
like,
yeah,
I don't want to
it's
see makeup
hard.
hauls.
I knew a girl named Pacifica. I always thought that was
Really?
really pretty. Yeah, she was a grad student in my geography
wow.
class.
That is
And
a
I was like,
pretty
she's so
name.
Gravity
cool, and she
Falls
seemed
character.
calm, and like it was a beautiful name.
Christine brought up the other day. She's like, if we have a daughter, should we name her
I was
Pacifica?
just
Is it weird
hesitant.
now to do?
I was
No,
like,
it's
what do
not
you think
weird.
of this name, Pacifica?
I don't like it.
Yeah, he doesn't.
You
Which
don't
is
like
fine.
it?
I mean, it's just.
You have
I
strong
tested it.
assault.
I tested it out. I went, Pacifica, god damn it. And it's like, it just doesn't work, you know? It
And then
doesn't
I
flow.
about
got
a middle
stressed because I
name?
was like, why is your first instinct to say, God damn it, Pacifica? Like you
God
could
damn it,
maybe
Pacifica.
like, oh, I love you,
Clean your room.
Pacifica.
So she would probably have a cute nickname like Fifi.
Fifi, yeah.
Fifi.
I do like the P, you're right, but the F in Pacifica is a nice. I don't know.
It's
There's
cute.
something like
Fifi.
really nice about the F.
I actually wouldn't name a child.
Yeah, me neither.
Pacifica. No.
But it is a
I
cute
agree with
But
name.
you
It's a cute
named
name.
Yeah.
sort of a child. Pacifica.
Yeah, seriously.
A big one.
A big baby. A big,
Big
baby.
baby.
He's
Do you-
like, they're like 3 years old, 2 years old.
Yeah, you've got a
2
toddler
years
on your
old, yeah.
I got
hands.
a toddler. They're
That's
running
so
around, you
cool.
know, they have their own
Yeah.
legs. It's crazy.
It's like it's doing its own thing.
Yeah.
I keep
Yeah, you're
calling
just trying to
things
keep up.
Let me just try and keep running after it, you know. Never know what's gonna happen.
You guys
Yeah,
do
don't
a really.
put your finger in the outlet. Stop.
Yeah, yeah.
God
Yeah,
damn
don't
it.
touch
God damn it, Pacifica. Don't put your finger there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put your seatbelt on. God damn it, Pacifica. No, you guys, I was impressed with you guys in New York. You do a really good job of just going with the flow, just like trusting this whole river that you're on that's taking you wherever it's going.
We just let the river of music flow.
You let the river
Always.
flow. But is it, you know, when you first went to New York, you were the one who's like, come on, let's go. Let's fuck it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
And you're a more practical, like, look.
I was like,
is
I have a job.
Yeah, which
is
is
that
not.
still
No.
kind of how it works or no?
No.
I'm the more practical one usually. But I think being there, I was practical. I was like, we're making this happen. We're doing the coffee. We're organized. We're doing it.
Right.
I was
That's
just-
true.
Seriously,
I was
the
along
tech
for the
savviness
ride.
is good. I mean, you just really took advantage of the internet there in a
I
way
was
that
like,
like
'cause I
everybody
didn't
can, but
see-
not everybody does.
Yeah, I didn't see like the limits. I was like, because I had started a fan account in like in 2020, 21, like during the pandemic, just because I like the Strokes, and I was like, I just want to see. I just wanted to have a collection of Strokes videos that I liked, and then I was like, well, what if I just post twice a day and I put hashtags on it? Maybe I'll grow as an account. I want to see where that takes me, and I grew very fast, and I got to having like 17,000 followers in less than a year, and I was like proud. And I remember my uncle told me like, you can make money off of this somehow. I don't know how, but you could. And I was like, And then I just thought of it. I don't know why I thought of it, because it's not like the first thing you think. I'll just start it by buying me a coffee, but
Yeah, it's clever. Okay, so I did have the story wrong a little bit. I always tell people you guys like blew up on TikTok. I just assumed it's TikTok.
no.
We're
TikTok was the
YouTubers,
last
Paul.
thing
You're
to come.
YouTubers.
We're
Yeah.
YouTubers.
I
We're
had
like,
no
Look
idea.
at the pain in her eyes.
A
when you
YouTuber
accuse her
and an
of that.
Instagrammer,
I've
not
literally
TikToker.
always wanted to be a YouTuber. You cannot call me a TikTok. I mean, we are TikTokers.
No,
Yeah.
We're YouTubers.
You are, sure. No, I just didn't know.
Yeah.
I just assumed
You should.
We're
wrongly,
more than
rudely.
just TikTokers, yeah.
Way more than TikTokers.
I'm glad we
way
got it
more than a
settled.
Strokes
Actually,
cover
the
band.
platform where we're biggest on is YouTube.
Wow,
Yeah.
sick.
And TikTok is like our smallest platform.
Really?
Yeah, Instagram is in the middle, but we use Instagram the most because it's like where you communicate things. But yeah, so we just had that thought, and it was like, okay. And then I really had a fucked approach because I wasn't gonna do music. I was just having fun. And it
I
was
think
like,
you just had like the innocence of like, oh, why not?
yeah.
Like, which you can only have at 17, right? You're there and you're like, oh yeah, I want to go. Let's do it. Let's try to make it
I
happen.
was like, because I had like a little fight with my mom where I was like, Mom, can I go watch the Strokes in New York? And she was like, Martina, why would you do that? No, I'm not gonna pay for you to go to fucking New York. And I was like, I'll make it happen. I can do this. And I just had it like a little task.
Were you playing bass yet?
Yeah,
Okay.
I had started playing bass like that year, kind of,
Cool.
at like 16, 17. And then when Ines was actually the first person that I played with ever.
Nice.
And I remember being very stressed about it.
She
And-
had to study because she was nervous.
Yeah. I had to learn what a chord was. I was like, oh, A, and then if I need to transpose it, then it's B.
Little did she know that I didn't know what a chord was either.
Yeah, had you been
Barely
playing-
knew how to use a pick.
Had you played like in other bands or anything, like in high school or stuff?
Yeah, I had like a duo, but I would play acoustic, and yeah, it was, I don't know, it was like another level of seriousness too.
Sure.
I feel like we take this very seriously, and I didn't before. So yeah, it's different.
It's awesome. And now here you're in LA playing a
Yeah.
sold out, freed out show.
RSVP'd out.
RSVP'd
Yeah.
out show. Still, 300 people is awesome.
Yeah. 364. as of
364.
yesterday.
And counting.
In 2 days, we got up to
365 because
360.
Christine's
Yeah.
coming.
Did you RSVP?
No,
she
because it
didn't.
was
So
already
I'm-
full. So
we
Paul's.
gotta sneak her in and put her on a list or
Okay.
something.
Yeah, you're gonna be.
You get under the coat.
Yeah, under the coat. Yeah.
You can be
I'll
in
wear
the-
like a big trench coat.
Yeah.
And then I'll go on your shoulders and we'll walk in like that. I'm just saying, I'm a very
Perfect.
tall
I've always
drummer.
wanted to do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
That
So
is so cool. And then you were in Brazil. Where else have you been?
Brazil, Mexico.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Like the first tour, we went to Madrid, we went to Barcelona, we went to Paris, we went to
London. We went to Manchester and we went to Utrecht.
Wow. You,
Which actually, did you know that Nico lived in Utrecht for a month?
no.
I don't even know where Utrecht is.
Utrecht. What did you
It's
say?
in the Netherlands.
Oh, wow.
Utrecht is how you spell it.
Utrecht.
Utrecht. Utrecht. I don't know how to spell
Utrecht.
it.
That's what they do in Utrecht.
They do in concert. There's a sign in the backstage. We were playing at a 9th floor. It was pretty interesting. It's like the Netherlands just work differently. So people have to like go up 9 floors to see us, and the backstage was on the 10th floor, and there was a sign on the backstage that was like, it's not boo, it's ooh. And then people apparently do this and they're like ooh, but they didn't do it in the show. And so at the end of the show, I was like, in the backstage there was a sign that said that you did ooh, why are you not doing it? And he was like, you have to say Utrecht, and I was like Utrecht, and they were like
Whoa.
Yeah.
Utrecht.
It was cool.
so fun.
When did Nico live there?
I think when he was very young, he went there with a band that I don't know the name of the band he was producing, and he was doing live sound for.
Nice.
And so they were traveling and they were touring, and then they just stayed in a abandoned school in Utrecht.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, with Maya's mom.
Sick.
Yeah.
Wow.
Crazy.
Amazing.
She talked
Yeah, so
about-
the way we know each other is through Nico
Nico,
Caldwell.
yeah.
It's funny when he first was telling me about you guys, he kept referring to you as the Strokes girls.
Oh, fuck him.
Because, well, it's just like, he knows I love the Strokes. A.
Oh, okay.
We had talked many times about music and how much, and I was like, dude, the Strokes are my 15-year-old favorite band.
Same.
And so he's like, dude, these girls, Pacifica, like they cover Stroke songs, and they've been writing songs. They're producing a record at NAC, and I don't know. It's just been just kind of funny, like the journey. I've sort of
Yeah.
peripherally known about you guys for so long, but then now we're friends and touring. We all went to vacation at Uruguay together.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
so
It's
lovely.
crazy how the
Yeah.
paths have crossed.
I know. Was that your first time in Uruguay?
Yeah.
No, I had been there with my family before.
It's amazing.
But my first time in that part, Malonal.
And your boy Gabe. So when did you meet Gabe? Because he's from Uruguay also. I was
Yeah.
talking with him about Punta del
He's,
Este.
yeah, whatever. He's not really...
Whatever. He
He's
does
not
speak
really-
Spanish.
He speaks Spanish, but not... He speaks Spanish pretty well for an American, because he is at heart an American. He's not... Like, he left at 6 years old, which I get it. Yeah, you're from Uruguay, but you're not really... Because he's got the American culture to him, and he's like... He was a pop star. Like, you're not an Uruguayan pop star. Like, you're...
Can I just say something? You don't speak Mexican. And you were born in Mexico.
I was born in Mexico, but I don't identify as Mexican. I just like to say that because my passport says this, and it's like kind of funny. But I don't actually say like, no, because I'm Mexican. Like
Wow.
like I don't get offended if you tell me you're not Mexican. I'm like, actually, yeah, I'm not Mexican. I'm
I mean,
Argentinian.
I'm German. There's, you know, in America, we're all not from America. You know, like
It's like if you
where's your
introduce
family
yourself
from?
as
Like
French.
I'm German.
Like,
Yeah.
I am French though,
you are French, like,
and
but
I
you're
have
not,
a lot of French culture in me.
but you don't say like, yeah, because I'm French. Like,
No, I
not
say
in the
I'm a
way
fake
that-
French.
You don't like.
So he
That's
says
what
a
I
lot.
mean.
Yeah, that's
Like,
what I
you're
say.
a
I'm
fake
Uruguayan.
French. I'm a fake Mexican. You are French. I am Mexican. Gabe is a fake Uruguayan.
Okay.
But he likes to say he's not, and that is the problem.
He doesn't. He's not realistic about
It's
Yeah.
like
how un-Uruguayan he is.
in the U.S. we have that with St. Patrick's Day. Everybody's Irish on St. Patrick's Day.
I feel like I'm a little Irish
yeah,
too.
I'm a little Irish too. So you know.
Oh wow.
Okay, so Gabe, we met Gabe. We were playing this first show in New York City,
Yeah.
and he sends me a DM, and he's like, I don't know what he says, but I
He's
don't
like-
reply.
He's like, yo.
I'm
I should pull
Uruguayan.
this up.
I should pull this up,
I saw you
right?
from
Yeah.
Argentina. I'm Uruguayan.
He
and I
actually probably was like, I saw you from Argentina. I'm Uruguayan. I have a label.
I speak Spanish fluently.
Do you guys have a manager? Like something like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait,
And Gabe was in the band Cobra Starship.
Yeah. And
Which-
Midtown.
Okay, I don't know Midtown, but I remember Cobra Starship. They had that song like, "We make the good girls go bad."
Good girls go bad.
Fun.
Okay,
Yeah.
I remember that.
I love your
Yeah.
guys' vibe. Wish I could come to the New York show. Are you going to be playing in LA? That was December 28th, 2021. Then
Wow.
I say, hi, thank you, Gabe. Not right. Not right? Oh, I just missed. Not right, but probably someday. Hopefully, just watch your live. It was awesome. How long have you guys been playing together? We met this year, so only a few months. That's so crazy. You guys seem like you've been playing together your whole lives. Why is your English so good? Blah, 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 blah.
Why is your English so good?
And then this is the scary DM. I'm trying to get someone from my label to come see you guys on the 4th. You're on at 6:30? And at this point, I'm like, who is this guy? He's verified. I'm looking.
Yeah, and his Instagram, he had this one video that we thought was like, fuck.
A little weird. Yeah.
He doesn't have it anymore. But it was like,
You shamed him into archiving it.
he had like a green screen and like a,
He was wearing like these LMFAO glasses.
yeah, it was just, I was like, who the fuck is this guy? I don't care if you bring someone from his, like, what even is a label? I was like, whatever.
Right.
That was the only show where I wasn't nervous in my life because I didn't know, like, I didn't think that it was going to be something big, what we were doing. I was
Like, I told her and she was in denial. She was like, "Mm, okay.
like, whatever. Like,
And so I was freaking out because I'm aware of just how, I don't know, at that point, I have been doing music for a long time. I feel like for you, it was like a newer thing. For
Yeah.
me, it was like, oh, this is like kind of,
Right.
this could be
doesn't
like
just
really
happen.
cool. This doesn't just happen ever. So I was like very, very nervous. And
yeah,
also,
because I never had the experience of like not connecting to someone you were doing a project with,
Mm-hmm.
or like doing a show and not having people, because we started and everybody's like every show we did, people came. Yeah, it
so
was.
you had the
Awesome.
premium experience.
First class.
First class. And then yeah, he sent some people over to the show, and I was really nervous. It was at the bitter end too, and like Johnny Mitchell played there, and Lady Gaga, blah blah. And it was like it felt very serious.
Yeah,
so I was
remember
very
just
nervous.
trying to get a drink because I was 18 and they put crosses in my hands, and I was like, Ines, can you maybe buy a beer and sneak it like to the backstage, and then I'll drink it. And I remember we shared a Corona, and there's a video of us being like this, very excited
Sharing
in the
a
backstage,
Corona.
like drinking a Corona and feeling like such bad girls. Like I'm like the good girl, and then and I remember just being like, whatever, like we'll go. Like I was like. It felt like it was gonna be empty, and actually the bartender for that night, her name is Karen, and she was like, oh, good luck, and then people actually showed up, and then after the show she came and she said hi to us, and she was like, I actually didn't expect anyone to come for your show because you're from Argentina and you're new and whatever, and I really thought you sounded great, and I actually had a great time. Like I don't usually say this to people, but I loved what you did, and I feel like you're gonna get somewhere, blah blah blah. And she actually came to the New York show that we did, and she was like, I remember like you were so small and you came, and I was like, these poor girls, they're gonna give a show to no one, and then people actually came, and I've been watching you grow, and I'm so proud of you. And I was
Wow.
like, Karen,
She came to Baby's All Right last
Yeah.
week.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Love you, Karen.
So these shows are just you two, no drummer, no.
No drummer.
Like no backing track.
No
or
backing
anything like
track.
that?
No pedals.
We didn't know
no
how
talent.
to do those things. Like I didn't know how. I had never sung, and then all of a sudden I was like, I need a mic because I wanted to talk. I wanted to say hello, people.
Yes.
So I was like, I don't want to be quiet and just play bass.
Smart.
So I'm gonna have to sing, so that I can just say hi. So we
To
can make
justify the
to
microphone.
make jokes.
Because in the first show, I was scared that they wouldn't put a mic for her if she wasn't gonna sing.
Yeah.
So it
but
was
we
like-
had like sketches like made. Like we were gonna say like we had this one thing that was, but it was in Spanish, so it's funnier and also less funny at the same time. It was like, are there any philosophers in the room? I have a question for y'all. It's, does the end have an end? It's a very deep question. The Strokes argue it doesn't.
I'm cringing so hard.
Yeah.
Wow.
Badass, you guys. Badass.
Not at all.
No, but the effort is good. You know, it's
Yeah.
like let's make a show. Make it a show.
We're trying.
Yeah, we were
Yeah,
like
trying.
we tried to do like cute little introductions, and that's what I wanted to do, and that's why I had to sing. But I didn't know how to sing, and I sang very quietly and very out of tune. Yeah.
Just have to talk very quiet.
Very quiet. But now you're great.
Now you're very loud.
A lot better.
She's louder and more in tune.
More in tune.
Yes.
More of
More of an actual singer.
an actual singer. And then your voice is great too.
Thank you. I'm working late because I'm a singer.
Really good.
Yeah, but Ines didn't used to like reverb. She didn't like the sound of reverb, so we played with her dry vocals, which were great because she has a great voice, but it was
Yeah.
dry vocal. No pedals. We didn't understand pedals. We didn't know how they worked.
Keep in mind that I was playing acoustic all my life, and then suddenly I had an electric guitar, and it was like, I don't know what tone is. I don't know. I don't have pedal. I don't know what distortion is. I don't know how to set up an amp.
We didn't know how to play. We would try to practice with a metronome, but our only way of doing that was putting on an AirPod each. Not even the noise canceling ones, just like the
Right.
regular ones.
Yeah.
And we were like standing and trying to practice with the metronome, but then of course we would lose it because it's very quiet.
Yeah.
And
Oh, and we bought to rehearse at my cousin's. We bought this honeyton.
yeah, I would
honeyton amp.
connect
That was
to
like,
the speaker with the bass, and she had a honeytone,
yeah,
which was $10.
and it sounded
And it
like
sounded
it was
like
$10.
$10.
It was really bad. And then if we didn't rehearse with that, we just plugged into my Zoom H6.
Yeah.
You know, and then headphones.
Like just sitting down,
Wow.
and that was the rehearsal, and we didn't really know how to practice with a metronome, because then I think I discovered that if you're not playing with a metronome live, you don't rehearse with a metronome, but you practice in your house with a metronome, right?
Right,
when
right.
you practice alone, but we didn't practice alone because we were together all the time, and so we tried with the metronome, but it just
Just
and
wasn't working. But it's cool that you guys like, I don't know, even like the stripped down, no pedals, we don't understand amps, like, but the show still worked. People still enjoyed it. Like boiled down to like strip away everything, it still works. So now all we're doing is adding shit to something that is like already working, already great, you know, like even without amps or without anything like that, you guys pulled it off. I think that's really, I don't know.
Yeah,
It
I
shows
mean,
like there's something real special.
People
just
went
about
to
you
the
guys.
show, and after the show, they were like,
Yeah.
"You guys were great." So
and actually, yeah,
I think they just saw the potential of what we could
Yeah.
become.
like I also think it was very surprising for people to see us. We were in Argentina making YouTube videos in her balcony, and then we're in New York playing a show. And so they were like, "Wow, impressive! I never expected for you to be here." And this is something that we get a lot because they don't expect us to move so fast, people. And then we came back to New York, and we like all of our friends that we made 2 years ago came to the show, and like people who had come to the first show came, and they were like, "Wow, like you really improved." And we're like, "Thank you."
Amazing.
Got them.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys didn't. The live show is so good. Like, shout out to Rodrigo over here.
Shout out.
Speaking of tone, like when we played the show in Toronto, afterwards, one of the guitar players just had Rodrigo from the other bands just sat there and had Rodrigo explain everything, all his pedals and what he's doing to get the tone he gets.
That's great.
That's
Rodrigo is such a great
beautiful.
element to the band. Like
Yeah.
the sound, every little like decoration he does, it's so
He's a good one.
He's a good one.
Good
Real
one.
one.
He's
He's
a
a keeper.
And then when I can't make it, normally you have a drummer called Andy. He's my sub. But Andy's so good too. Oh my God. Like the parts, I don't know. He's just great. You guys have such a good, really good band, really good live show.
We've been
I'm
working.
so impressed. Yeah.
I'm so
had
excited to
trials
see you
and errors.
tomorrow.
Yeah, Christine gets to see it now.
Oh my gosh! All right, I haven't like moved my body a lot
Yeah, and it's
in
like
a
a-
long
it's like a
time. It'll
bonus
be
We're gonna get you
cathartic.
moving.
I know.
We're
and
gonna get you moving. Don't worry.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
And singing and
Oh,
grooving.
and maybe
Yes.
like lifting some weight.
Okay, yeah, I do jump
Not
a
much
lot.
weight.
Look for me to be jumping.
Oh,
You can
good.
expect that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's awesome.
But yeah, your shows seem like super high energy. The fans show up. Like people are hyped.
Yeah, we had this fear. We've always had this fear of people not being like in Argentina, because in Argentina the crowds are crazy, and we grow up there, and we're like, people are energetic, people jump, people do things, and we've always been scared of coming to the U.S. and having people just sit and stare. Mm-hmm. And so this time we were like, that's not gonna happen. We're not gonna let it happen. And how does that not happen? You have to yell at people, and you have to be like, jump,
You do what I want you to do.
you jump, and or else leave. But don't
Obey.
leave.
Yeah, to
Yeah.
answer to you.
And it works.
And
People
yeah.
want to be told what to do. So that's cool.
Yeah, it's almost like you're giving them permission sometimes. Sometimes in
Yeah.
America we need permission to get a little loose and act silly.
Totally.
You know?
Or
It's
like what to do with your hands. You know, when you say like clap, you're like giving everybody this shared directive, this purpose.
Yeah.
It's like
Right.
easier for people who don't know what to
Right.
do with themselves.
Yeah, or just like jump around, like go crazy,
Yeah.
like oh thank you, like yeah, like you know, like that's what I wanted to do, you know. I just would have felt kind of silly about it, you
Yeah, or
know.
maybe like somebody like you're shy to do it on your own, right?
This is a dream come true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what to do in a crowd.
Yeah, me neither.
I mean, I kind of just stand there like this. I nod my
Yeah.
head, like,
No.
like
I actually,
you know,
I have to
I'm
say,
having a great time.
I don't like to jump in crowds. I'm very small. I get crushed. My boyfriend has to like protect me.
Oh yeah, how were you at the UMO show, the Unknown Immortal Orchestra?
Yeah,
That was crazy.
That was crazy,
Yeah.
and that's when I wasn't yet boyfriend and girlfriend with my boyfriend, but that's the day that he decided he was gonna protect me, because he saw me like getting almost crushed there, and he saw like my oh, I've been playing with that.
Yeah, no, I got you.
He saw Maya protecting Juli, his sister, and he was like, he realized that he wanted me to be the object of his protection. And he was
Oh,
like,
very
That's
romantic.
sweet.
I didn't know that was like.
yeah, that was a
That's
big
when it's-
moment. Yeah.
Wow, very big. That was my first time seeing a show in Argentina.
Oh yeah.
And seeing how nobody needs to give you guys permission to be
Yeah, actually,
We
people,
don't need
like
permission.
that was a small show in big festivals. When the two Primavera Sounds ago, which was the first Primavera Sound in Argentina, the
Okay.
Arctic Monkeys came, and they're very big, and people like to mosh pit, and it was raining, and people started passing out, of course, because that's what happens at shows. And Alex Turner goes like, "Take 2 steps back. Everybody take 2 steps back, and I will not play this show if you keep jumping." Like they actually were not giving us permission to jump,
Oh.
and we started jumping because we were like hyper. And he was like, "Stop the song." No. and then he started playing the songs like 20 BPMs like slower. So he was like, "I thought I saw you in the battleship." Crazy. I like the worst show of my life. The worst show of my life.
Because he was worried someone was gonna die or something.
Yeah, that was after the Travis Scott incident.
Yeah, okay.
Everyone just got very, very scared of that.
Yeah.
People after the Travis Scott thing were like very scared all the time when there wasn't that many people, and it was
Yeah.
a very manageable thing. I'm not talking like about actual big crowds.
Yeah, but I'm saying also like usually you can get out of that if you don't want it, and sometimes people just want to mosh, and them not letting you mosh is very sad.
No.
I agree.
Yeah.
But yeah, big crowds can be kind of scary, you know, and like.
And deadly. I mean, yeah, it's
And
happened.
deadly.
Yeah.
It's happened.
But even at the UMO, like everyone starts jumping, so like I don't have a choice. I don't get to just stand still. Like I have to
No,
start
you have
jumping
to jump.
too, and I'm gonna end up like 30 feet away from where I started.
I actually
because,
remember-
like we're just.
In the Pulp concert, I love Pulp. I love Jarvis Cocker. And I went there, I had like a free ticket, and I was meeting my friend, and I met him like at the front row. We saw the openers, we waited. The show starts with like common people. I get pushed all the way to the back. And it took me the whole show to get back to the front. I get to the front, and then I see this very tall guy in front of me. And I'm asking for mercy, like, you're so tall. I came all the way here, and you're blocking everything. Please let me take your spot. And he goes, are you Pacifica? And he gave me a piggyback ride.
Whoa!
Yeah, and then I
Wow.
found my friend because he saw me in the piggyback.
Wow.
Yeah, but also people get aggressive because I'm like, I have another thing to say about crowds.
Let's hear it.
I'm short. I'm small.
Yeah.
Everybody blocks me. If I want to get a piggy ride for a song, like you've been blocking me the whole show. I don't go be like, you crouch.
That's a
Like-
sensitive topic.
Let me.
Oh, people
let
get mad at
me-
you 'cause now you're blocking
People, I've been
someone.
thrown to the floor from a piggyback ride because I'm blocking the view. I'm like, bitch, you're blocking my view. All the show. Oh, like, I have to
Give me this moment.
give me this moment. I'm like, it's my favorite song and I haven't even seen the head of Julian. It's like, let me see.
Let me have this.
Let me
Let me
have
have
this.
it. Let me have this.
For what it's worth,
not
I
like
would never get mad at you. I would cheer you on.
I mean,
Thank
you
you.
just
That's
did
a
one
joyous
song. I would
moment
just
to be
move
up
to the
there
side,
sitting.
you know, like
Right?
I would
I
just
mean,
peek
I'm
around
always
this
to your
person.
side, so you never block me when you get your piggyback rides. But I figure if I'm behind you, I will be a little annoyed.
I'm like, be annoyed. Just don't express it. Like,
Keep it to yourself.
keep it to yourself.
Well, no, I feel
I
bad.
think like 1 or 2 songs is courteous, you know, like the whole
and
show.
after that, it's like, oh,
But also,
Yeah, whole
who's
show's
gonna
a
give
little
you a
much.
piggyback
Slow
ride for the
down.
whole show?
Exactly. Like,
Hobby
how
work.
long will it last? Are we talking like 5 minutes or is it?
Yeah, I think Harry can't
35.
even hold me for like one entire song. He'll be like, your favorite song chorus? I'll give you that. If not, my back's gonna hurt. I have the discs.
Oh, he's got a disc issue. This guy.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. But yeah,
He sits too much.
I like to steal piggyback rides from people at concerts because it's very sad.
Well, for me being tall, I feel bad. Like at the show in Toronto, you know, when the band after us played, we all wanted to stand in the crowd and watch them. And I, you know, just standing, like going right into the middle of the crowd and standing, I'm like, I'm bumming somebody out, you know? Like, and so, uh-oh.
Sorry,
Are you guys secreting?
We have a thing. We're secreting. My favorite verb. No, apparently we were supposed to be somewhere and we forgot.
Oh, wow. You double booked.
We got double booked.
I don't understand what
Me
this
neither.
is. Wait.
There's a little glimpse inside the inner workings of Pacifica.
Right.
Just blowing off gigs.
No.
Just kidding.
No gig, hopefully.
You ever been in like a
Meeting?
crazy crowd, Christine? Like dangerously crazy?
I've fallen into like a mosh pit once. That was kind of a sobering moment.
I think she's
A
not talking
good
about
Samaritan helped me back to my feet, and
Wait,
I was
can
like,
you
"Oh
ask
yeah,
if she's
that's
talking about today? Sorry.
intense."
Yeah. For me, I saw the Red Hot Chili Peppers in Lollapalooza in 2009. I mean, my dad were like kind of up close. And then, you know, it's a giant crowd. And we just started like the show didn't even start yet. We're just waiting. And suddenly like these waves of like momentum would come. And we're like, whoa, this is getting weird. And then a huge wave of momentum came of people falling forward. And we all like fell down. And we're like 15 feet away from the front.
That's wild.
And so we fell on the ground and it was like, oh my God. And like my dad stood up quick. He like grabbed me, like picked me up. And then my dad is like, I am leaving. He's like, you could stay, but I am leaving. And so he left. And then I stayed there for like the beginning of the show. But it got kind of crazy. And I was like, get me fucking out. And I like, you know, crowd surfed like over people to
Oh,
get
I
off
love that.
the front and then escorted out.
Wow.
I think I lost
But
my
don't you
shirt.
feel like when you're getting crowd surfed off the crowd, you're getting so close, you're like, what if I just stay?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Or like, you know, then you're like in the
I've never
photo
crowd
pit,
surfed.
you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, what can I just watch the show here? But then someone's always kicking you out. But it's fun, man. Fucking
So annoying. It's like I have all the space in the world and you can see.
crowd surfing is like a really magical,
I love
Feeling.
crowd surfing.
and like people, you know, you're like, I don't know these people, but they're all working together to like hold me up, you know, and like everybody's just doing a little bit to like carry me, and most of them are just
I
like
find
get
it
up for me, you know,
Very
but
fascinating. It's like, how?
yeah, it's
Because
kind of
it's a
magical.
lot of, because like you try to lift me up, it's hard. But
Right.
a lot of people can do
A
it.
lot of people can do it. It's very easy. Yeah.
Yeah, and I have to
Weight
say
displacement.
Canadians are not that good at it. Canadians,
They need to practice.
they need to practice crowd surfing.
Let's do some strength training for the next time, Toronto. Okay.
Toronto, get your-
You almost dropped my girl like twice.
Did they?
Uh-oh.
yeah.
Can't
Oh,
have
shit.
that.
I have to say, usually there are more men in the crowds than women. In Toronto, we had a lot of girlies. So slay, I actually love that.
Slay
and
queen.
I love for them that they could hold me up.
Yeah.
But also they couldn't hold me up that well. So I'm saying, as girlies need to train as well. Lift some weights to lift your weight.
To lift your favorite
To lift your
band.
girl.
Gotta lift your
Lift
band.
your girl up. Have you
my
crowd surfed
gosh.
before, you know?
I haven't. I'm waiting for the right moment. I
Not
need
at
to
a
be
Pacifica
prepared.
show or at another show? Just never?
Never have I ever. Yeah, but when it happens,
It'll be beautiful.
I'm gonna let it happen, and it's
Yeah.
gonna feel so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First time I crowd surfed was at the Flaming Lips at Lollapalooza.
Oh.
Wow.
And it was a day show. But, you know, it's the Flaming Lips, so there's like balloons and confetti and like, it's like this magical thing.
Teletubbies.
Yeah, it was like, yeah, there's Teletubbies on stage. And I was with my dad. My dad used to come to all these shows with us. He's awesome. Shout out to Werner.
It was a cool dad. He was, like, you know.
But,
not all dads want to go be the chaperone at the concert.
But people are just crowd surfing over us like the whole show. And one song I'm like, I want to crowd surf. And so my dad just goes like, we're going up, and like announces. So like all these people like turn around to like help me, and my dad like hoists me, and then they go, and like I would just off. But it's like I'm looking up, and it's just like balloons and confetti and like just this crazy like it was
That's
Wow.
magical. It was a
cutest thing
magical
ever.
moment.
Imagining that is very wholesome.
Yeah,
So
it was
cute.
really sweet. I was so happy.
I feel like crowd surfing at another person's show is even crazier because
Yeah.
it's like these people don't have a reason to hold me up. They're just doing it.
No, most people are just like get like they're
Yeah,
just moving
trying to
you
get the
off
fuck
of
out.
them.
Trying to keep a shoe out from hitting them in the
But
head.
that's
Oh,
what
yeah.
keeps you going. You know, like that's how you move. You
It's
know,
amazing.
like it's everybody's sort of a little bit of like fuck off. It's like fuck offs just carry you all the way. It's
Oh, that's
magic.
a good metaphor.
Yeah, the magic
Yeah.
of little fuck offs.
You have to get a lot of fuck offs to move.
Okay, so you guys are here in LA doing some writing. You said, other than your show.
A little writing, a little hanging out with our label,
Yeah.
a little socializing.
We went to the beach yesterday.
Yeah, what do you think of Venice?
That's cute.
Okay.
It was
Cute.
cold.
I would never
It was kinda
describe
cold, huh?
Venice as cute.
I mean, how would you describe it?
I would
It's,
Dirty.
eccentric, I would say. Very just kind of wild. A wild place.
A lot of weirdos.
it's
lot of-
weird.
it
It's
is-
weird.
it's-
LA is weird.
LA is weird.
Yeah, you guys were worried you wouldn't like LA. You said that in New York.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I don't like LA.
Can you try to like put a finger on it? Like, what is it that you dislike so far?
I dislike the fact that you have to drive everywhere.
Yeah, that's the worst part. We're big walkers, and you don't feel very good walking because the streets are so long. It's like they look so small in the map. Mm-hmm. They're so long.
There's a lot of road around
Especially
here.
coming from
Yeah.
New York. New York is like,
Yeah.
you get on a subway, you can go anywhere and walk
It's not
everywhere.
very pretty.
It's not like it's. We haven't been around that much, but there are like very beautiful houses at the place we're staying at, and then the rest, it's just like it's very American.
Yeah.
It's and I feel like people built it up a lot. I feel like I thought I wasn't gonna like it, but I thought I was gonna like it more. Like it's just kind of random. It's
You like it even less than you thought.
I like it even less than I thought.
Wow.
It's just like also we're in the June gloom or whatever, so maybe when it's
Well,
sunnier.
sure. There is no sun
Yeah.
at the
Right
moment. We
now.
haven't seen the
There
sun
is no
in,
sun.
in
It's
weeks.
significant.
No, that's not true. It starts like this every morning, and then around like 1:30, 2 o'clock, it
clears
kind
out.
of clears out. And it's a little bit worse like
I
the
just
closer
don't,
to the beach
don't
you
love
are.
the aesthetic.
but-
We haven't been like downtown, but it was downtown, and he was like, "Oh, very pretty buildings, 50s, whatever."
But he said it was very trashy too. In a good
Oh,
way.
Trashy.
seedy.
I just
CD
feel like
for
it's
sure.
Not, it's not.
This is my favorite place in LA. This
Yeah.
house.
Aw,
Same.
I know.
Me
Honestly.
too. Me too.
Yeah,
Thank
same.
you.
When we walked
We spend
in,
most of our
it
time
felt-
here
Yeah,
in
makes-
this, in this
yeah,
house.
that's what I would do.
I will say though,
Yeah.
I told you guys earlier when we brought this up, but like it did take a long time for me to like LA and like love it, and now I definitely have a much deeper appreciation for it than when I arrived, which
see
is
that.
cool. But my whole life I was always like, fuck LA, it's so overrated, like it's so massive, why would people want to live there? I'm glad that the universe was like, no, actually LA, you should try LA, and because it's got a lot to offer for sure, but it is also all those things you're describing.
I find that it's not that bad. really. It's not that bad. I just don't love it. And
Yeah.
I feel like we've
feel
been
you.
going to a lot of cities and like imagining ourselves living there. And it's easy to say, yeah, I could live here, but then you get to New York and it's like, I want to live here.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
I was gonna ask, is New York on the top of that list of all the cities you've
the
been to?
top is top. It's like
100%.
like New York is here, London is our second option, London is here.
I've
And
never
then
been to London,
that's
but
it.
yeah, New York definitely has this intense energy to it that is.
It does. I like.
I love New York.
Same. We
What?
just said a bunch of things that you're not going to hear because we have to cut it out. Super
Sorry.
cool secrets
So
from
sorry.
Pacifica. We're
Yeah.
secreting over
We
here.
be secreting.
We be secreting, all right?
We'll just have to do a part 2, and we'll
Yeah, we'll do a
you
parte
know,
someday,
clarify
part 2.
what happened.
And we'll address some things. But, all right. So, you guys, I mean, I don't know. Any closing words from Pacifica? What's... Yeah?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, that's what I always say.
Yeah.
And especially because of
The
yeah.
yeah. And the,
So in conclusion,
in conclusion,
definitely
yeah.
yeah.
This is a lovely house. Is this the last one you're doing?
The last
Oh,
podcast
last
in this
podcast
house?
here?
Wow.
No.
Probably not.
No. We'll do a bunch in
Oh,
July.
I wanted to feel special.
Well,
Well,
you
you
are
are.
special.
It is-
Whatever.
It
It's
is
fine.
a treat to have you, but
No, we'll do a number more because well, okay. Can we say that we're moving? We
I
haven't
think
said that
yeah,
publicly
we
yet.
haven't. That's also
Christine
top
hadn't told her
secret.
work yet, but
I
you
think
told
it's
them
safe
now.
to say.
No, we're keeping it.
Yeah, I think we'll let.
So
My secrets are coming to the surface, which is great. We are excited. We bought a house in Tucson and we're moving. Yes, it'll be so fun. So.
yeah, we're stoked. So the Elk Lodge is moving to Tucson.
Yeah, it's
but,
rebranding. Like, what's that gonna look like? I don't know. I'm excited.
Wow.
yeah,
Because
it will be-
everything's gonna
Right. I
I
change.
feel like
It'll
you
be a
should
different
recreate it. Yeah, you should do a
Yes.
set that's the same as this.
yeah,
Exactly.
an
Yeah.
exact
Take the
replica.
walks. Yeah.
Replica, yeah.
Okay, I'll start like databasing everything. You know.
Yeah. No, but we're excited. But we'll do a number of episodes still here before we leave. Probably it's gonna be like, holy shit, we never had this guy on. Like he lives in LA. Like we'll probably end up doing more than we even normally would. But
That's fun.
Which is good too, because then we'll show up in Tucson with like still things recorded. We don't have to
stacks.
like.
That's true.
Nice.
It's a lot to keep up with a podcast. I'll say. I mean, you guys, you understand work and things,
Yeah.
but
We've done the YouTube
you've done. You know,
one video a week
grind.
thing.
Yeah.
So
For
we
yeah,
know.
for years.
For a
huh?
year.
Yeah.
For a year.
It was a lot.
It was like, but it was good. It
Were
was
you
a year
editing
of
them?
growth. Yeah.
We were both, yeah.
Nice.
At
We
first
were-
I was mixing and then she started mixing.
I mixed like the ever since Very Legal.
Uh-huh.
Everything.
Sick.
Yeah.
Mixed like the audio
Yeah, the ones on our YouTube channel are all mixed by me. Yeah.
because you recorded because these are music performances.
We
Yeah.
recorded them with the Zoom, like her Zoom. I didn't know anything about mixing, so that's why they don't know. Maybe something didn't gonna sound great, but it's whatever. My friend got me Logic, and then we would like
Oh, sick.
choose the takes and put it all together.
Amazing.
And
It was very stressful at first because
but then we got into like a groove of it. Like she
Yeah.
has her camera and her tripod, and we would bring like the little tripod for the Zoom, and we would find the little spots. And
In the
the
Zoom.
latest videos was already when I mean, my boyfriend is a sound engineer, so he's giving me tips, and we've had better mic placements and better.
yeah, and then in terms of video there wasn't a lot of edit. It was just one take.
Yeah, but we did
Nice.
try.
So
We did have a
just
thing
sync
where
the
we just
audio.
tried. We started making videos here in New York, right? So we just really wanted to do a video in our rooftop. So these girls from Brandy Melville were like, "We have a rooftop. You come to our rooftop. We do a video on the rooftop, like in a fire escape, actually, not a rooftop. Then we do a video on like a balcony. Then we do a video at the apartment we're staying, and then we stay at another apartment, so we do another video there. And we started making videos in every like different locations. And a guy comments, "Oh, I love how every video is in a different location." And you know how it's hard to get out of the location.
So we have
People,
to do it all the
yeah.
time now.
Yeah.
So we were
Damn.
really committed to it. So we filmed in like train stations. We filmed like on the street. We always looked for little cute places.
Nice.
What was the weirdest one, do you think?
I mean, I'd say the train station was pretty weird
Yeah.
because also it didn't
Didn't sound good.
it didn't sound good. But it's fine. It's cute. The video is cute.
Like the videos, I think we prioritized the background. It's just like we played with no pedals. We also recorded with no pedals because we didn't know how to use
know
pedals. We
better.
didn't have pedals. We didn't have money. We were like, we'll just go. We plug in. What else are you gonna do?
What could go wrong?
Yeah.
And it's cute.
Yeah.
It is cute. But I mean, I think that's, I said this earlier, kind of, but that's the best thing about you guys. Like, you just do it. You do it. You weren't like, let's wait. Let's not put it out until we're like ready. Like, let's just go. Like, we'll play a show, just the two of us. Who cares that we don't have songs? We'll
You
just
know
cover
what we
songs.
like to say? We jump into the pool and then we learn how to swim.
Yeah.
It's good.
That's very
That is
Pacifica.
right.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
yeah,
a great
I know.
motto.
I know. Drop in the mic.
I think I have sound effects on here.
Yes.
It's applause.
Wow, it's a long applause.
Yeah,
Wow.
they're really excited about that inspiration you just gave them. All right, I have a
Make
question.
a poster of that.
What would be the dream collab, song, music collab with Pacifica? Either another band or an artist you'd feature
I
with.
feel like you don't even have to ask that.
Yeah.
Okay, other than him.
Other than the Strokes.
Other than the Strokes or Julian
or Julian
Casablancas.
Casablancas.
Haim.
Haim.
Oh,
We would love to collab with Haim.
sick.
Yeah. Phoenix.
Phoenix.
Yeah.
Oh, I would kill to do a song with Phoenix.
Are they still doing stuff, Phoenix?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They actually did a song with Claire recently, which is very cute.
Cool.
And if he's doing a song with
Wait.
Carol.
That's like Listomania. Oh.
All right, and we're back.
Gosh.
Yeah, sick. All right. Well, I'm just excited. I love you guys. You impress me. Like, the
And
music,
inspire me.
the work ethic, the belief in yourselves, your just talent and your overall wonderfulness. You're good friends. You're good people. And yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it seems like you're building a really beautiful community too. It's very nice.
It is very nice.
it's beautiful.
Very
We're
nice.
happy to be here. I can't believe we're in the Elk Lodge.
Yeah. Well, all right.
Well, yeah, cheers to everything that's coming up. I know there's lots of things coming your way, good things.
Yeah,
It's
for
exciting.
now, there's a show in LA with Paul.
Yes,
Yeah.
tomorrow
Drums.
night.
My final performance, and then I'm
It's the
retiring.
final-
For now.
final
For now.
For now.
I bet there's more in your collaborative journey as well.
I think so. I hope so. You guys got me drumming again, which I appreciate. I
Yeah,
haven't
he
really
was
played drums
so
in like a
excited,
year.
you guys. He
Wow.
was practicing like every day. He'd have his little drum kit. The cops got called on him once.
Are
The
you
first
kidding?
time.
Too loud. I would
And-
play in that room right there.
Yeah, that never happened. And all the time we
I
were
love
here, he
that.
was so working hard.
I worked so hard it was against the law.
Just one time with Pacifica and you're already breaking the law.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's so
badass.
punk rock.
Rock and
It is,
roll.
but
That's crazy because Andy too. Before we started getting him as a drummer, he wasn't playing drums for a long time before
Yeah.
that. So I love that. I love bringing people
I like
back
making
into
people
it.
play drums.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys like do CPR for drummers, you know?
Get your
like,
back
"Come
up off the
come back,
wall."
keep fighting.
Okay,
Yeah.
hold up, wait a
Yeah,
minute.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
hold up, wait a minute. Come back to drum.
Okay, well, thank you for doing the show.
Yeah.
Love you guys.
Love you.
And everybody check out Pacifica Banda.
No.
That's your Instagram,
Pacifica
right?
Banda,
Oh, yeah.
Banda on
Yeah.
Instagram.
On Instagram.
Yeah, but some people
Yeah.
think the name of the band is Pacifica Band. It was like, why would you name our band a Pacifica Band? We're Pacifica.
Your Instagram is just basically Pacifica, but not the makeup.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's like,
Yeah.
you got to separate.
Just Pacifica.
You'll take over. You're pretty
Yeah.
soon.
Yeah,
One
don't
day
worry.
we'll
that
just
makeup
own
company's gonna be
Pacifica,
like gonna have to
Yeah,
be at
right?
Pacifica, the makeup company.
Yeah, maybe we could
I
change
think
that.
down
The
for a collab.
Pacificas.
Oh yeah, we thought about that. If legally something happens,
Should we
off the
change our
record-
Instagram name?
No,
To what, Pacificas?
The Pacificas.
The Pacificas. No,
I
Pacifica.
wouldn't change it. Yeah.
Okay.
Don't change shit.
Whatever.
It's working.
Okay.
Okay. Love you guys. Excited to play
ya.
tomorrow. Good night, everybody.
Bye bye.
Fuck yeah.
Yay!
yeah.
Oh, the sound so different.
Rodri, what?
Oh,
Thank you. We have an audience.
yes.
Yay.
Wonderful.
You liked it?
It's very interesting. I also found out a lot of stuff with you.
What?
Finding stuff about like learning